Hi, welcome to today's tutorial. So today I'll be making a 4 by 4 by 4 by 2 inches deep luxury box. So I've already cut out all the pieces that I will need here. So as I continue, I will introduce all of them to you and the size and everything. So the first one I need to start with is this one. This is the base. This is the one that measures 4 by 4 inches. Bringing in my metal ruler, you see 4 by 4 inches. So the first thing that I will do, I will need to cut out two pieces of cardstock that has the same measurement, that is 4 inches by 2 inches. So the 2 inches is the height of the box, that is the depth of the box. So let me set this aside. This is the 4 by 2 inches, two pieces of them. So what I'll do, I will be using both my PVC glue and my double-sided tape for this project. So I'll just glue this down, aligning it with the edge of this board. Let me use this side, any side at all you feel comfortable with. Just line it up like this. No, I will still raise it to show you what I did. Okay. It's not yet dry, that's why it fell. Okay, I don't know if you can see, it's well lined up. So I'll just place this down back and allow it to rest, and then using my finger to clean the excess glue that oozed out. But this, it doesn't really take time to dry. Sorry, it keeps falling. Okay, just blowing a little air on it to allow it dry properly. So I'll just, okay, it's standing already. So I'll just repeat the same thing on this side off camera, and I'll get back to the other points. Okay, so I've done the two opposite sides. Now remember that the base, the board we started with, is 4 inches measurement. Now we have taken up a little space from here and here. So I now added this measurement here and this measurement here. It's not up to 1/8 of an inch. Actually, this board, the thickness is not up to 1/8 of an inch, but it's more than half of 1/8 of an inch. So I just added the two together, measuring it, and now removed that whatever measurement I got, which is almost 2/8 of an inch, but it's not up to 2/8 of an inch. It's roughly it's just about, I don't know if you can see. Let me bring something. It's okay. I don't know if you can see. This is 1/8. This is 2/8 of an inch. It's just here between the 1/8 of an inch and 2/8 of an inch. So that's what I removed from the 4 inches. So that will be 1, 2, 3 3/16 of an inch. So I removed it from this 4 inches here, which is 1, 2, 3. So it's more than 3 6/8, but it's not to 3 7/8 of an inch that I removed. So this is it here, two pieces that will be on the two opposite sides. If we put this in, you see it will fit properly. In fact, it's like going to be almost a bit difficult if you can see. Properly fit. So, and the other side too, the same thing. So I will just okay, like that. Okay, so I'll just glue this down and I'll get back to you at that point. Okay, sorry, so let me just show you how I glued this side down. I apply on 3 parts like this so it can fit in like that. I'll do this off camera, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I have applied the glue, so this is how I'm just going to fit it in between the two. Placing this here first and then here, making sure that at the base it is straight, and then just hold it to it, ensure that it's as straight as possible. Okay, I'm very good with the base, so I like the way it's well fitted at the base. So just hold this for a few seconds. So once it's dry, I'll come back to you to show you the next part. Okay, so what I'll do next is that I need to smoothen this box. Every part of it is not smooth because I use hand to cut it. If it was machine that cut this straw board, it would be better, but of course human error happens in almost everything that we do. So I'm going to use this old nail file. This old nail file, it's quite old, so I'll just brush on every part to get a smooth, to get an even box on all the sides. Anywhere you see that it's not equal, you just file it. Oof, see the dust. Okay, this side is smooth, and then this side, let me just file this edge. This side is smooth. Okay, this one is not so smooth. I don't know if you can see this small piece coming out, so I'll just file it down. So I'll just do this on all the other sides. If there's anywhere that needs filing, I'll file it, and once I'm done with that, I'll get back to you at the next stage. Okay, so I have already finished filing everywhere, even the top also, so everywhere it's all balanced. So now I stumbled on this sticker sheet that I made a long time, like almost 5 years ago or so. This is a wrapping paper that I bought, and then all I did was just to apply double-sided tape to it. You can see as at then I wasn't even, and my work was still very rough. As they say, practice, they say, makes perfect. So I have already practiced very well, and yeah, getting better by the day. Although I'm not yet where I see myself, but then I'm getting there. So what I did is to cut out 6 inches strip of this, and the reason I made 6 inches because 1 inch will lie here, and then from this the depth of our box is 2 inches, but plus this one will make it approximately 2 1/8 of an inch. So that's 1 inch plus 2 1/8, that's 3 1/8, plus this one, trust me, this one will be included, that's 3 2/8 plus 2 inches inside, that's 5 2/8, and then 6/8 of an inch will lie inside. So now I have already scored, I've already cut out, this is the 6 inches I just explained now. So I've already scored out the 1/8 of an inch that will cover here. So this is the 1/8 of an inch I've already scored out. So I will line it up like this. So this will go over like that. So now I need to score 1/8 of an inch. So I mean 1 inches from this side as well. So I'll bring in my scoreboard and do that right away. I'll score at 1 inch. Don't mind this, my sticker sheet, it's very old. Just have to make use of it. Instead of throwing it away, at least let me use it for something useful. Okay, so this is it. Now I will remove this small square here, including the score line. To remove the score line, I have to turn it the other way and then cut out the score lines. It's easier for me that way. You can cut it out whichever way you like, but of course, as you all know already, I like to remove my score lines, so this I don't need. Okay, now I will now bring this back, lining this point here to this point here that is now showing. You line it up on this score line that we made on this side. The score line that is on this side, line it up with the one here, and also line it up here. So as it is, I'll have to remove all the backing tape. Oh my god, I'm not sure this thing will hold, but if it doesn't hold, I doubt if it will hold. If it doesn't hold, well, I will have to use liquid glue to support it. That's my PVC glue. My that to hold. This thing is not holding. But anyway, let's just continue and see. No, it will not hold. So it's better instead of risking it, let me just do the normal way I do. This is what I do. Bring in my double-sided tape, line it up like that, and go round box. That way it's also holding the box in place better. Sorry. Okay, so just what's this? Okay, and crease properly to remove any bubble hiding anywhere. Okay, so I'll set this aside, and now for this base here, I'm going to apply the double-sided tape on this one. This is not holding at all. So I'll bring in my half-inch double-sided tape. I have this small piece left. I'll still cut another one. So I'll just line it to the edge of this one, because it's the edge that's going to hold. It's the edge that will hold this this paper to the box. So just follow it that way. like that, like that. Okay, and trim off the excess. Okay, and then crease to remove any bubble. So at the end of the day, this double-sided tape is wasted. Now, there are various ways to achieve this. Instead of buying a gift wrapper and then applying double-sided tape like I did, this was then before I discovered the new way. You can just design out whatever design you like on your computer, print it out, and then apply double-sided tape and use immediately. Or you can take it to this printing press to print it out on a sticker for you. Tell them the size that you want and they'll print it on the sticker for you, and then that way you're good to go. That one can stay for as long as possible. So I'm going to remove the backing tape from this one and also from this, so we can start laying it down. You can start laying it down immediately. So as I said, I'll line this point to this point like that, making sure it lines up on this side, and then carefully lie it down like this, and then use one to press it down from the inside like that, and it's down. Okay, so from here now I'll bring my ruler, line it to the box, make sure it's aligned to the box, and then cut out from here. Turn this way to make it easier for me to reach, and then cut. Make sure the ruler is straight, then that means this one is straight as well. Okay, so okay, I'm going to have to apply the outside tape to this side also. I forgot to do that, so let me just go ahead and do that now. Let me do that off camera. I'll be back to you at that point. Okay, so I've applied the tape as I want, so, and then I already cut this out. Now the next thing I'll do is to put my ruler inside the box, pushing it to the edge. Make sure that it's properly aligned. Like, I don't know if you can see the way I did it. It's aligned to this side and this side and the back. Then holding down properly, I will cut 1/8 of an inch away from this straw board. 1/8 of an inch away, then cut down. And then from the edge of this box here, on the edge here, I will cut make a diagonal cut to meet where I started this cutting. And then, okay, for this I need to apply my double-sided tape as well, so I can fold it over, but just for like 2/8 of an inch thereabouts. So I'll just eyeball it and glue it down. This is not supposed to be, but because the double-sided tape applied to this wrapping paper, it's already dead. That's why I'm doing this. So let me just apply to this piece as well. Okay, remind me, my camera stand is what is blocking me. Okay, so I hope you can hear me well. Okay, so now from here I will place my ruler and then cut straight from the edge of this box. I lined it up with the straw board and then cut on that edge. I don't need this piece. You can see that small triangular part that we cut out, so we don't need this piece anymore. Okay, so now I will now remove the backing tape. Oops, what is going on? Trying to remove the backing tape, but it's not coming out. It's not coming off. Okay. Hold on. Okay, so it was a tug of war removing the double-sided tape, because this double-sided tape, this old one, it's already like I don't know if it's coming off or something. Anyway, so I'll remove the backing tape and then I'll just fold this over like that. If it's trying to stand or something, if it's not lying straight, I will know what to do. So just press this down. Okay. Oops. Okay, so now this diagonal cut we had, they also have it here. From this point, we cut straight here. Okay, let me bring my ruler first. Align my ruler to inside the box like that, and then cut at 1/8 of an inch away from the box and come straight. Then give my diagonal cut and remove this. Okay, so now at this point I can fold this one over to lie it down, and then press. Okay, now that is lying down, I will lie this down, bend this over, and try to remove my double-sided tape. I don't know. Okay. Okay, that is out. You can see how I'm trying to remove it so it doesn't come out with the old one. Just have to find a way around it. If you feel that this double-sided tape is too stressful or something, you can easily find another glue, but me, I still prefer my double-sided tape. You can see it's lifting off from the paper, so I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. It will hold, it will stay, that I know. And then how to turn this way. And then guiding the paper to fold in. Oh, sorry about that. Fold it in and then use my hand to guide it in carefully till it gets to the edge, and then bring my bone folder to press it down properly, and then the inside. Now the inside may not be so straight and smooth and all, but it doesn't matter because it will be covered. So okay, so there we have it. So now I will continue. Wow, I didn't expect this to be this tedious anyway. So fold this over, following, remember that was cut line. Okay, then press down and bring in my ruler again, lining it to the box. Cut from here and then turn the other way, line the ruler to the box again and cut. Okay, then It's just no, it's basically the same thing that I did here, not repeating here. 1 inch away from the box and cut out. And then come to this side, 1 inch away from the box and cut out. And then have my diagonal cut on both sides. So basically that is just how to do it. So I'll do, and of course remove this, fold it in where I did this. So I'll do the rest of camera, and when I get to this point, the last part, I'll come back to the other point. Okay, so this is the last part. Now what I did is to apply those eye tape to the edge here and here. So just do the normal procedure, and then just go ahead and do that. I mean that making sure it lies down straight. Okay. Now for this one, I'm going to cut all the way from this side. To remove this extra, see what I've been struggling with. Anyway, okay, so that is all that we need. Let's cut this extra piece off. Don't worry about this side, it will still be covered, it's the base, so it doesn't really matter. Just let's remove that small piece coming out. So okay, and then remove the backing tape and this and this, and then glue it down. And then of course fold this down. Okay, this part is coming out from here, so need to trim it inward. Okay, there we are. Okay, so okay, and of course you know what to do. Finish this up, and let me do that off camera. I'll get back to you. Alright, so here we are. We have this all covered up. You can see the inside is not so smooth, and then this outside, the bottom part is not so smooth. So it will all be covered up. Now I'm going to put a glitter sheet inside here. Now remember that the base of our box is 4 by 4 inches. Now I'm not going to make the glitter sheet to be 4 by 4. Instead, I'm going to just roughly measure from this inside here, and then looking at the inside from here, it's roughly 3 and 6/8 plus. So I'll just cut. That's the size of glitter sheet I'm going to cut out. 3 and, let me count, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 3 and 13/16 of an inch. Let me check the other side also. Okay, it's the same thing. So that's what I will cut out. So I'll cut that out now, and I'll get back to the other point. Okay, so I've already cut out the piece that I'll need, so it will go in. You can see it's okay, yeah, it will go. So don't bother about this small part of dot tape oozing out. I've already applied dot tape to the back, trying to hurry up. Okay, that is what you get when you try to hurry up. Okay, so just fold this back over and remove this. Okay, and then this is how I like to apply my aiming at the corner. Sorry, I fold it that way, and like two opposite ends, then aiming at the corner like that, and then just carefully use my hand to let it drop, guiding it, not dropping the whole glitter sheet at once. Okay, now I can now focus and press down on all the sides like that. Okay, and then the inside, to make sure that they are all lying properly well. And then you see edges like this, I'm going to just lie down and focus on the edges and let them lie inside properly. Now for this one, since it has a straw board inside, it will be easy to do. You can apply all the pressure you want. But if it is cardstock, you have to be careful so you don't pierce your cardstock. Okay, like that. Just working. I'm just working my way in like that. Okay, now we are good to go. So this is ready. This back will come back to that. So now let's set this aside temporarily and then bring in the remaining pieces that we need. Now this one is measured 4 2/8, 4 2/8 by 4 1/8. Now for the side that is 4 2/8, it will be the side. 4 1/8 will be the I don't know how to describe that, but this is 4 1/8. This one will align to the edge like this, and then we have 1/8 coming out here, 1/8 coming out here, and 1/8 coming out from here. So this is how our box will be. Now this is the spine. After aligning this like that, after aligning this will be on top of it like this. It will be aligned to the base like that. Then you can see there's still 1/8 of an inch space here. Now this one, where the 4 2/8 side will come, it will be on top like this, and this in the middle like that, so it's properly covered, so you can easily open and flip. Okay, so for this, I don't even know what color of paper to use. I don't want to use this this one anymore, so I'll bring in my gold paper. Okay, now this is like this and this. Okay, like this. You can see it's well aligned. Now this is 4 1/8, right? Yes, 4 1/8, and this is 2 1/8, also 4 1/8. 4 1/8 plus 4 1/8, that's 8 2/8, plus 2 1/8, that's 10 3/8 of an inch. Now that 10 3/8 of an inch, we now add 2 inches to it, will give us 12 2/8 of an inch. That is the size of cardstock I'm going to cut out now. So I'll do that and get back to you at that point. Alright, so I've already cut out the 12 3/8 of an inch, and also cut out this is a 6 2/8 of an inch. This is how I got it. Remember the width is 4 2/8. 4 and 2/8. So I now added 1 inch on this side, 1 inch on this side to give me 6 and 2/8 of an inch. So alright, so I've already applied my double-sided tape on the 3 parts. So it's time to now assemble them. Just remove the backing tape. And then line it up to the score lines. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Line it up with the score lines here first, then I'll now follow this part like that, and then drop it down, turn over and crease properly. The next piece will be the spine. I'm not going to just place it like that, no, I will bring in a small piece of okay, oh, this is another piece. It's actually 1 2 3 4 pieces, yeah. Okay, so I'll bring this in and then just keep it like this, because this is the same width with the chipboard. So before I do that, let me crease this side. I'm supposed to score here, but then you never can tell. The scoring may be wrong because it may take up a little space, you know. And then just holding it, make sure it's folded properly. Okay, just to emphasize that crease that I just did. So I'll place this here and then removing the backing tape for this one. Okay, all these small spaces here. Okay, let me just apply my liquid glue to these small spaces by the side. This one will not really show, but then of course it will hold our box in place, to hold the straw board in place. It's only when it's much that the liquid effect will come out. So holding this, lining it up like that, then I'll bring this and line it like that. Make sure that it's as straight as possible. Then I can lift this off. It was quite hard. Okay, and crease, and then fold over, turn it, and crease properly, and then repeat the same thing. Going to be straight and okay. And line this up just as we did before, and then bring this to it. I'm using the score line as my guide. Okay, oh, okay, all right. So the next part we will do is to cut out this piece, leaving about 1/8 of an inch at this point. I'll line this up with this groove as a guide. Okay, then that's about 1/8 of an inch thereabouts. Is it straight? Not sure. Okay, now I feel it's straight. Now we can use this as guide to cut out the rest so that they are equal. So this is not like my metal ruler. Okay, and all the four. Okay, this one is not to 1 inch, you see, because of this removed from here, which didn't add to the initial measurement. So I'll cut out like that and then use this as guide for this side. Trim off, so we don't need these pieces. So what I'll do is to apply double-sided tape on this part, and I'll get back to you at that point. Okay, so I've already applied all the double-sided tape, so I'll remove all of them and then just guide. I will start with the let me start with the longer side. All I'll do is to just crease on the edge of the straw board all around. Let me do this one and then I'll do the rest off camera. And then fold and guide like that. So just remove this backing tape. Okay. Now before we fold it over, I will like bend it down a little like that, and then bend this also so it stays like that. Now I can, as long as it has even had a hold, then I can now hold this rest back. So okay, you can see, so it's well folded. So as it's folded like this, I will crease it to make sure it gives a good hold to that part, and then fold this in. You can see it's inside, and here is also inside. You can see, right? So here and just crease it like that. Okay, so I'll do the rest of camera and I'll get back to you at that point. Okay, so here is how to be finished this. So this will be lying like that, and this one you can see from inside it's now balanced with that spine. Then this will come this way to cover our box. So of course we're not going to leave it like that. What I'm trying to do is to align, making sure that the space here and here are balanced, are the same. So, and then this one will come over like this. So I discovered that the cardstock I used is too thick for this, because I'm having some tear here, you can see. So I need to be careful with this part. Use a lighter material when you're using this. The cardstock I use is too thick for this. So now I'll bring in my ribbon, my gold ribbon. What I'll do is to apply before I apply my double-sided tape, don't mind this part, it's squeezed. I need to measure out say 7 inches. Sorry, measure 7 inches from here, and hopefully this one will be 7. No, of course it's more than 7 inches from here. Yeah, I have 9 inches, so I'll just make this 8 inches. So from the 8 inches mark, that's when I'll start applying my no, not 8 inches, let me make it 9 inches. From the 9 inches mark, that's when I'll start applying my double-sided tape from this point. So now this rough edge, I will bring my lighter to burn it so it doesn't keep, you know, pulling out, to seal it. Okay, so there we are, good to go. And this side as well. Okay, all right, so from the 9-inch mark on this point, let me use my pencil to just mark it, and then turn the other way, and also at the 9-inch mark. That's where I'll stop with my double-sided tape. So it's just from here to here. Okay, so I'll have to use my 1/2 inch. I don't have 1-inch tape, so I'll use my 1/2 inch. I'll just put it in the center. That paint mark is just a guide of where I'm to stop with the double-sided tape. Okay, this is the mark here. And then apply pressure to crease, rather, to remove the whatever bubble is hiding inside that piece. I don't know why I'm feeling tired already. So now just aim this from this point here to this point, and then trying to make sure it's in the center. You can just measure it. This is a 1-inch tape, so from here to here is 4 2/8. 4 2/8 minus 1 inch, you have 3 2/8. So 300 divided by 2 give you 1 5/8. So you place your ruler, mark 1 5/8. Come here, do the same thing, 1 5/8. So you know that, okay, that is where your ribbon should pass through. 1 5/8, and then here also that. Okay, 1 5/8. So with that pencil marking that your ribbon shouldn't go beyond that part. So now I remove the backing tape, and then lining it up. I'm just using my finger to know where the tape is, lining it up like that, making sure it's in the center of the pencil marks. Good. Okay, so now for this, I will now apply my double-sided tape on the back, covering it completely. Let me just that off and I'll get back to you. Okay, so before I glue this down, we need to cover here first. The top of our box, which one should be the top? Let me use this as the top. So for the top of our, we need to cover this first. I've already measured the length is 4 2/8, and then I made it 8 inches. So at least it will cover up to this point, and then this will go on top of it like that. So of course, double-sided tape at the back. I'll get back to you. All right, so I've done that. So now, so I'll do this is to remove the backing tape. Set this aside and bring this in. Make sure it's straight, and then line it to the tip like this, and also this side. Let it be as straight as possible. Then use your hand to guide it and stop here. Then you can press down, and then fold this over, and then bring this at a stand at angle 90. Then press this down, guiding it, like that. Okay, it's bent already. Still hold it up and then fold this. It did not enter. This needs to go inside. Needs to go in. Okay, so I just folded it over completely. That's okay. Now it will go in like that. Yeah, this one can be quite tedious. Just guide it inside. Good. Oh. Okay, I think the space was too small or something. I don't know. Okay. Finally. All right. Then continue guiding this. It's not straight though. It is not straight. It's not straight. It's not straight. Okay. Then fold this. Okay. Now I can crease it properly. And then this one, as I'm pressing it down, I'm raising it so that it will follow and go in. It's still not straight. Need to crease properly. Crease it properly. And press this in. Let this go in. Should go in properly. I don't want to go off camera so that you see this, so you know that okay, it's basically like a tug of war or something, so you know what to do. Just as I'm doing this. Okay, then fold. Okay, so our ribbon is what is not allowing it to fold easily. And then you come here as well and do the same thing and fold. Oops, it's gone, but not to worry, I will do something to it, because as I said, the cardstock is too thick. That's why. So I'll find something to do to this. All this work, just have to use sense to carry it. I'll use sense for it. Remove the backing tape and come and finish this up. Erase this and then lining it, making sure that this space here is 1/8. It's equal on the other side as well, and then where it's going to lie, it's this one come out, be straight. Please let your ribbon be straight though, if not. Okay, all right, now we have it in place. So now this one that's tall and this one that's tall, so this is how our box will be. I will bring in a gold strip. See, it is sense you use for all this work. Bring a gold strip, fold it down. This is a gold strip I made. I think I've made a video about this gold strip before. Now to achieve it, just your foil paper and your double-sided tape, or you print out a sticker like that. Then just cover like that, and then cut off the excess. Simple as ABC. And at the end of the day, we even have a more beautiful box. You see it? Our box is finer. Of course, press this in. Yeah, and then this side also. All the excess. Okay, simple as that. Now we have a finer box, you know. So this open, you can see. Let me like this down and then press it in properly. Good. So we are done with our luxury box. Put whatever gift you want to put inside. Can my, yay, it went in. So we close it that way and tie. And your luxury box is ready. Your gift box, it's ready. So thank you for watching and see you in my next tutorial.